You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
We are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing? Sorry for the late start. I'm telling you, I was ready at 7:15 and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have trouble with the computer. Restart it, and then that's when I had trouble. I'm gonna get this together. We're gonna get a new laptop soon, right? Because we have work to do. We cannot let these technical difficulties slow us down. We're going to have to modify the emulator, because the other day I had added some more memory to it, but that's also taking more memory from the computer as we work. So it's causing us crazy. Anyways, enough of that. Enough of the excuses. If you don't know who I am your host of the show and of the channel. I am Tech Coach Ralph, where above all else, we are engineered to win. So we are going to get into our news. Got my coffee here. We're going to get into our news, and then we're going to get into the coding, right? We'll see how that works, because the emulator is acting a little crazy this morning, but we're going to make lemonade out of the lemons that we might be dealt. All right. So let's jump into it. Let's get to work. Let's go to our news for today. All right. So by the way, we have our software expirations, the API documentation coming out at noon today. Very, very important. API documentation is one of the most important things when it comes to building APIs, so you definitely want to check that out. But without further ado, let's get into our news for today. I'll put a 5-minute timer up. All right, so the labor cost jump feeding inflation. So this says labor costs jumped to their highest level in a year during the last quarter, frustrating efforts by the Federal Reserve to calm the job market, and with it, inflation. The employment cost index, a broad gauge of wages and benefits, rose 1.2% after 8.9% in the fourth quarter. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Tuesday. The news, along with the reports showing stubborn price pressures, raises the prospect that the central bank will keep interest rates at a 23-year high. The Fed set interest rates again on Wednesday. Consumer confidence dropped last month to the lowest level since mid-2022, the Conference Board reported, as Americans' expectations for the overall economy and the labor market worsened. Right. So that's the, we're going to talk about it a little bit more this coming Saturday, per the request of Mitch. We're going to be going live in the morning, probably around the same time that we went live last Saturday, to review our weekly numbers. But so stay tuned for that. I'm going to schedule that probably today, maybe tomorrow. But so that's where we're headed to. Right now, let's jump into our next article for today. All right. So the DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency, moves to downgrade marijuana. So the Drug Enforcement Administration wants to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug, a move that, if approved, would represent a historic 180-degree turn. The proposal would downgrade marijuana from Schedule 1, a drug with no medical purpose and a potential for abuse, to Schedule 3, two schedules lower, a category that applies to prescription drugs like Tylenol with codeine. Rescheduling could hand the cannabis industry a much-needed boost. Venture capital investments fell to $550 million last year after hitting $3 billion in 2019. The move would also allow cannabis companies to deduct business expenses on their taxes. Shares of cannabis companies surged as much as 67% in the wake of the reclassification news. The White House Office of Management and Budget still has to review and approve the change, which does not decriminalize the drug for recreational purposes. So there is some news, some movement in light of that, but we shall follow along, see what happens. I am not a drug user of any form. I barely drink alcohol, and due to Mitch, I don't even drink energy drinks, right? So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's move on to our next article for this morning. All right, so this one's a scammers. Oh, what about those scammers? They target young job seekers. Oh my God. Not right. Scammers' latest targets. New college grads on the job hunt. Bad actors name drop a professor the student knows, the Wall Street Journal reports, claiming the teacher recommended them for a certain job, getting the student to apply, and then stealing their identity and bank information. Oh my God. Is this what we're doing nowadays, people? Is this what we're doing? The Federal Trade Commission says the overall number of job recruiting scams peaked last summer and has stayed high since. Recent college grads are particularly vulnerable because they have so much information online and so little experience with the hiring process. FTC officials and career counselors say requests to do an interview only via text, email, or online chat should raise red flags for job seekers, says one expert cited by the Journal. The FTC also suggests students consult a parent or other trusted figure about any communication or offers they receive. And the people that I coach and some others too, they'll reach out to me like, hey, I got this thing going. Is it legit? And I'll look into it. I'll look at the email they're talking about. Like one of my tech barbarians, like they said, oh, email this, like for this freelance, like email this Hotmail address. I'm like, Hotmail? Like who uses Hotmail for business, right? So at least if it was a Gmail, maybe, but come on. So I've had friends who've been like scammed, almost scammed. Like they didn't fall for it totally, but almost scammed into these little things that these hackers try to do, trying to get you to cash these fake checks and stuff like that. I'll detail one. Maybe tomorrow night I'll detail one of the scams. Right? If you remind me, I'll detail it tomorrow. How the scam they tried to take my friend in. But yeah, it's like scammers, like they will go after it because they'll try to get you your money, your information, all this type of stuff. So you definitely got to be careful with that. All right, let's jump into our next one real quick. Walmart debuts premium food line. So Walmart is already the largest grocer in the United States by revenue. Now it's hoping to get even bigger with the help of oat milk ice cream. Oat milk ice cream, how about that, folks? The retailer is rolling out a line of premium foods called Better Goods, which it hopes will build loyalty with the higher income shoppers who have increasingly turned to Walmart as food prices have skyrocketed. More than 300 Better Good items will show up on Walmart shelves this year, many of them priced at $5 or less to stay competitive with rivals such as Trader Joe and Amazon-owned Whole Foods. Walmart is closing all of its healthcare clinics in the United States and shutting down its telehealth services, citing the challenging reimbursement environment and escalating operating costs. See, I would never get involved in healthcare because nobody wants to pay, right? People already believe that healthcare you shouldn't charge for healthcare. So why would you even get into the business of healthcare? I don't know. The company has also announced the launch of a Roblox e-store that will allow users to buy real Walmart products from a digital storefront. What are you going to be doing? Maybe I'm not familiar enough with Roblox, but what are you going to be doing with real Walmart products in a digital storefront? Maybe someone could explain that to me. Anyways, so now they're going to have great value and they're going to have better goods. All right. So shout out to Walmart, always getting to the bag. You know, you do what you do what you can. And we'll end off with this Tesla news, because what kind of news day is it without Tesla, right? So Tesla disband. Oh, you know, let's get our all right. All right. Tesla disbands supercharger team. Tesla has made another round of job cuts, this time targeting its supercharger group. The layoffs include senior director of EV charging Rebecca Tinucci and virtually her entire 500-person team, and come less than 2 weeks after the company laid off more than 14,000 workers. So that's like about a total of 14,500 workers. In an email seen by the information, CEO Elon Musk wrote that Tesla must be absolutely hardcore about headcount and cost reduction. The move has left other EV makers confused, Bloomberg reports, after losing their main point of contact in Tesla's charging unit shortly before the kickoff of the busy summer driving season. Musk tweeted that the company still plans to grow the supercharger network, just at a slower pace. Meanwhile, EV startup Fisker is trying to preserve cash by laying off more employees a week after telling investors it would make cuts to avoid bankruptcy, according to an internal email seen by TechCrunch. Right? So that is our news for today. Right? So times are hard out there. Times are hard, but we're gonna make do. We are gonna make do. You guys continue to learn, continue to level up. But you know, all those people who tell you, oh, you know, just go into tech, just go into tech, just go into tech. It's tech has its challenges as well, right? Tech has its challenges as well, but we're here. We're here and we are pushing forward. So with that being said, we are going to look at our code stuff. What I'll end up doing is we might not do as much of the coding part, but we're going to try to manipulate the emulator to bring down the memory and get it running, you know, make things a little bit better. So bear with me, all right? Bear with me. So let's go here and where's my thing? Hold on. Let me see. There we go. All right, so we got Darcel in the building. Good morning to you, Darcel. How are you doing? Always great to hear from you in the morning, because I love to get our days started. You know, when people show up in the morning, we're up early getting our day started. So shout out to you, Darcel. And Darcel says he will be first in line to purchase the oat milk ice cream to try it out. Let us know how it is. Is it worth it? Is the Better Goods oatmeal ice cream from Walmart worth it? All right. That's what we all want to know, Darcel. So keep us posted. All right. So let's get into our code, right? I'll put up 20 minutes on the clock. Why not? 20 minutes are up. And we are off to the races. All right. So what we're going to do is, first and foremost, I need to edit this thing, right? So we're going to edit this. And let me see, is it under advanced settings? I don't know. So see, I had upped it to 4,092, which is like 4 gigs. So I want to change that to 2 gigs. And yeah, let's change it back to 2 gigs. I think that's what I had before. It was either at 2 or 3, but it's like when you put it at 4, then it starts using like 7 gigs of resources on the computer, and it just slows it down too much, right? So custom skin, what? Custom skin? Let me see. Ooh, we can put a skin. This will probably make it worse, but why not? Let's throw up a custom skin on there, and let's go to finish. And now, if we were to start up our device, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right. And like I was saying, with the button, with the reset button, which I think that might be it. So after the reset button, I think we just want, because we gotta get paid for our work. So I might throw up the ads or fix the ads on the page, and then we should be able to put it back into the App Store with a new version. See how it goes. We because we gotta get paid, right? We got to get paid. Nothing's free. Nothing's free. All right. So we have our app started. I don't see no skin of a Pixel 7 Pro. That's a pity. All right. So let's get the app started. And which we'll review. Maybe I'll do a separate post for it, or maybe I'll review it tomorrow night. I don't know. But I read this morning that Google has laid off its Flutter team. So that's going to be interesting, right? That's going to be interesting. Is Flutter going to be supported going forward, or is it, is it at a, no, I mean, I don't know. We're going to have to read the article, get more details of what's going on. But yeah, Flutter, which is relevant for our morning shows because we use Flutter in the morning. So is it what's going to happen with it? Because I think Google is the one who maintains Flutter. So what's going to happen? I'm curious to know. I am curious to know. Oh my goodness. Look who's here. Look who's here. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Who is in the chat with the yo? Who's alive? Who is alive? You got he's probably driving, so it's fair. It's fair. I will do the introduction. Loosen up the tie. Superman is alive. Superman is alive. Welcome to the show, Mitch. Welcome. How you doing? Are you going to the office today, Mitch? Are you driving your hour and a half to the office? Darcel, how long does it take you to get to work? I'm curious. How long does it take you to get to work? Because some people have some long commutes. And I'll go into this a little bit more tomorrow night, right? But the call I jumped on yesterday, and one of my people is like, oh, I want to learn this, I want to learn that, and I'm like, okay, well, what's your schedule? Well, I was thinking about like these 2 days out of the week for about an hour. I'm like, what? I'm like, wait, just a second there. Wait, I'm like, and you say that you want to. I'm saying you say that you want to get somewhere. Like, what are we doing? I'm like, tell me, what is your time like? What does your day look like? What does your day look like? And you need to make the most of it. Like when you're like while you're in the gym, while you're going to work, you need to be listening to the stuff that you want to study. And then when you get back home, you need to dedicate the hour to go back and like watch the videos again and review whatever notes you're able to take, and then write new notes and then apply it to the stuff. Because it's not going to cut it. Like if you guys see how I work here, how I move on overdrive, like my transmission is about to go out, right? But when the transmission goes out, at that point, just you'll be able to afford to buy a new car. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we got to get it together. We have to be more focused, more disciplined, more dedicated to the things that we say we want to do. All right. So, and Mitch says office day. Oh, and Darcel's like 45 commute for me. Ooh, 45 minutes. I remember those days. And Mitch says, to be fair, he was remote for the last 2 weeks. Shout out to Mitch. And don't let your boss catch you at the mall using a mouse jiggler, right? Which your boss is probably using a mouse jiggler too. Because why is he at the mall when you're at the mall? That's what I'm wondering. Anyways, that's a whole nother story, right? That is the story from last night. If you didn't catch the Q&A show, all right. So app is loaded, and let's see our button. We already tested it out. Everything works. Let's see here. Everything works. Although, why aren't we scrolling? All right, there goes the reset calculator. However, we want this reset calculator to look a little bit better because it is so bland right now. And I always have issues with like giving the writing the tests for the like um for the style, but to me, like those tests aren't the most crucial. I would rather get it looking nice and then figuring out how to write those little tests later. At least the key with the test is you want to have the main functionality down pack, which I'm pretty sure that we do at this point. We did also want to add that dialog box for when you do press the reset button. Like if you hit it by mistake, it gives you that warning. But I think we only have like a few minutes left for this morning, so let's get an easy win and let's take care of this, right? So reset calculator button is here, and if we were to go to the text button over here and we were to say style maybe, and then we were to go with, let's see, style, and then we were to go, we can't go with a we can't go with the color. Well, yeah, no, we want to say, let's say background maybe. Background, is there a background? All right, let's pull up the style for a text button so we can see, and I'll just put it up on the other screen just so I can see what I need to type. Text style, Flutter, or text button style. Because I want a background of red. Let's see. Style, button style. All right, so we want to do, and this is why I say documentation is so important, whether it's API documentation or whatever, right? It's super important because you is going to it's like your guide. Like, okay, how do I get this thing to work? So background color now. See, remember I tried to type background color, and it didn't really work because we needed it has to be added to the background style. So we're gonna say red. Did I just say red? Or no, it should probably like colors. Color dot. What the heck is red? Oh, colors dot red. Why not? Oops. Come on. Can't be assigned to a parameter. Still not good. Let me see. Something's not right with the color. So what are my options for background color then? It would be, that's weird. All right, so let's say material state property all, or material state color. I don't know. This is weird. Dot resolve with. This is so weird. let's see. Like sometimes they have to overcomplicate these things, you know. All right, so for background color, let me see. Let me do some more Google searching. So button style, Flutter, background. And how can I change the background color of a text button? There we go. And exactly what I tried. And they want you to say, all right, so it's going to be material, state, property. Okay, there we go. And then it's going to be dot all, and then colors dot red. Can't be invoked on constant expression. Okay, so I guess we have to remove this one. Cool. There we go. So we got the background color is going to be red. Let's run it. Let's just run it because you never know what they're going to do. And then we're going to want the text color to be white. Let's get it loaded up. All right, there we go. But I don't want it to be round. Okay, so we're going to also say the text color. Let's see. Buttons down. Let's see what other options do we have. Let's say text style, and we would want that to be color. I don't think that's gonna work. We want it to be white, but that's not gonna do it. Get rid of that. So now with the button style, so now I'm going to be looking for the more button style information, and I want the, maybe that's going to be foreground color. So let's go with here, foreground color, and we're going to say that's going to be colors dot white. Let me see. So I guess this has to be also inside of this material thing. So although it's a little different for the foreground color and what I'm looking at over here, but you know. All right, we'll do the same way. So material state property dot all and colors dot white. Property. Just like the movie. All right. All right. So let's run that again. Let's see if that makes any change here. I don't like this rounded edge button. I would rather a square looking button. But cool. So there we go. Reset calculator. And we have here looks fine. Okay, so let's see how we can make the button a let's see how we can make the button like a square, like a rounded square. So Flutter button style rounded corners. create a rounded button with, okay, so the solution, a flat button and a raised button are deprecated. You can use shape, which is placed in the style for text button and elevated button. Can we change it to an elevated button? I don't know how this is gonna look. Can we just do this? I don't know. Are we gonna get any errors? No, we didn't. Let's see how the elevated button looks first, right? Let's see. Scroll down a little bit. Kind of looks the same. Maybe has a little bit of a shadow on it. I'm not entirely sure, but okay, cool. So now we want to say that the shape, so under the button style, we're going to add, I'm going to add it up here. We're going to say shape. We're going to call that material state property as well. A lot of state property going on over here, right? State property dot all. And then we're going to say rounded rectangle border. And we're going to say, open this up right here, and we're going to say rounded rectangle border. And we're going to say border radius. Border radius again. Dot circular. And let's go with 18 as they have over here. We'll see how that looks. And then we'll say side is going to be border side color and colors dot red. All right, let's see how that looks, and then we can make modifications to it as necessary. They probably want a constant somewhere in here. Where do they want it? All right, cool. So let's run that. Let's run that back. Run it back. You know how like when you get blown out playing like a pickup game, like you might lose like 16 to 16 to 5, right? Whatever. And then so after you blow them out, run it back, run it back, run it back. I'm like, you just got blown out, But whatever. And Mitch, up there, right up there, when you guys play, do you have what's the rule when you get what's the rule in pickup basketball up there when you get fouled on a shot and you make the shot and you call foul? Does the point count or is it your ball, no point? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. What's the rule over calling foul or and one when playing pickup basketball up there in Jersey? All right. So let's scroll down a little bit, see how what we got looking. It looks the same. Ew. This is gross. It looks the same. So let's see. Oh yeah, it looks exactly the same. So let's try to, oh, there's a square button. All right, rounded rectangle button or border. Okay. And we can say border radius is 0. Let's try that. Let's try that. Border radius. What are my options though here? If I go to border radius, I have vertical, horizontal, 0. Oh, the 0 looks nice in the one that I'm looking at. Let's run it back. Let's run it back and see. There's gonna need to be some type of constant adding over here. Okay. All right, cool. Let's run it back. Let's see what we get. Let's see here. And that's not bad, but it's not as round as I want it to be. It could be a little bit more well-rounded, but close. So if we mess with the border radius slightly, so instead of 0, if we were to say circular and we were to go to, I don't know, 2.0 maybe? I don't know. Let's see how that looks. And we're going to have to change the constant over here, bring it back to where it was. Oops. And bring the constant back here. Still need to invest some time into figuring out when and where it should be constant. And Mitch, you don't have to worry about answering the question now. We can pick that up tomorrow. But that's the question. Let me know tomorrow night when we're talking about API documentation. What's the rules up there for getting like for fouls, right? Playing pickup and getting fouled on the shot, making the shot, but you call a foul. What happens? What happens? See, me, I don't have those problems because I shoot from 35 feet, right? I don't have those problems, but it's always a point of contention during the game. So I'm just curious. I'm curious, right? Let's put a little bit more. So it's getting there. It's getting there. Let's zoom in a bit. Can we zoom in? Oh, wait. It's getting there. Let me see. Go 1-1. Oh my God, that's huge. That is too big. Too big. Too big. Too big. Zoom in some more. Zoom out. Anyways, let's do it a little bit more. Because 18 is way too big. And Mitch says, call shots with my thumb. Shot, see, Mitch. So when you got it, you got it. When you got it, you got it. All right. When Mitch says he's shooting his shot, he's shooting his shot. All right. So these are not bad. Maybe you can go a little bit more. I don't know. I think we're good with that. I think we're good. I think that's a good one. Maybe make the button text a little bit bigger. Let's see. Let's see here. And so we would be looking for, and you can see what I'm looking for. See, I'm just going back and forth between the documentation and the implementation, So it's once you have a good grasp of like how coding languages work, it's not that it gets a little bit easier to build stuff. I'm not gonna say it's not complicated. It gets a little bit easier because like we are 42 episodes into it. 44 episodes into it, and we are we're building, started this in January, like got it up into the app store, but now we just been going, because time is limited, so we're just going 2-3 times a week. So I want to say Operation Tech Takeover says you are my wingman. Hey, as the VP of data analytics and engineering here with a non-compete and NDA, I got your back, man. I got your back. We got in the building. Spaces in the building. What up, Spaces? How are you doing? Good morning to you, Spaces. Happy to see you here. Always appreciated. We are just over here working on mobile development. And talking nonsense, before we get to work. I like to get the day started right, get some code in my mind, review some news, So welcome, Spaces. Happy as always to have you here. Always happy to talk to you as well. All right. So we're about to wrap it up though. Let me just see if I can get if I can get the text size. So it's gonna be let me see, elevated button, child text. So we're gonna do it on the actual. I don't know if I want it all. I don't want it all caps. It's gonna look kind of because I don't want to bring too much attention to the reset calculator button because we don't like. It's only like break glass, emergency. I put all the information wrong. I want to get it all started all over again. So we're gonna go in here and inside of text. it is going to be child text. And we're going to say, go this to the next line as well. And we're going to say here, style. Oh, wait. Oh. Style space text style. And we're going to say font size. And we're going to, I don't know what it's at now, but let's see what 14 looks like. And after that, we shall be done with this part. I don't know if I guess we could add that dialog box. Is it completely necessary? Not really. It's not that much information to fill out, but we can always say, let's put that a little bit bigger. I think it's too small. Let's say 18, right? But if it's, if people complain about it at that point, then we can always do it. We don't, sometimes like you might over engineer stuff because you're like, this is kind of big. I don't know. Maybe we'll try the all caps, right? Oops, what happened here? Let's try 16. And I guess we'll try the all caps, right? Let's see how to uppercase looks. It might look good. Right? What's going on here? Can't be invoked on I guess we got to take this constant out. And then add the constant over here. And let's see how that looks. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not even showing the right screen, right? So I'm playing around with how the button looks. Oh, reset calculator. Reset calculator versus, oh my god, this is such a, and that is why I don't do UI, right? I don't do UI because I'm torn. I think it looks okay with the all caps, but I'm gonna run it back with the lower. Ooh, such a tough call. I'm gonna leave it all caps. Leave it with all caps, and we'll go from there. Right? We shall go from there. Yeah. Yep. When we press it, anything happens? Yeah. I don't know. We could add a on pressed and change it, but I don't know. Might have to look at it on the phone. Let's say we go 1, and then we go here and we say, I wonder if I should change the outline color too, but that's extra. Let's go with 100. And if we come down over here, let's say we click OK here, and we come down and we reset. We might have to add the dialogue because if you're scrolling and your finger presses it by mistake and you added a bunch of information, you have to go add it back. It's not going to be a good user experience, in my opinion. In my limited user experience, user experience. But I don't know. If as a user, if I was to clear it, I'd be, I have to put all this information in over again. So yeah, we'll add the dialog box, but we have our calculator working the way that we want it to work, right? So really, really cool. I think maybe in the next 2 weeks, maybe we should be ready to push it back up to the App Store and then have it in test mode. Whoever is interested in testing it, I can add you and we can go from there, right? So that's that. That is that. Let's wrap it up for today. We did a lot. We did great progress. We'll do the ads and the the alert dialog box, and then we should be good to go. We should be good to go at that point. So shout out to all the people who gave me the amazing feedback, and you see us working through this. In real time. All right. So let's go back to full screen. We're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. Shout out to you, Spaces ads as well. He said bag chasers. Always for life. Bag chasers for life. All right. So that being said, we're going to get out of here. We are going to get out of here. Shout out to you, Spaces. Shout out to you, Mitch, Superman, for showing up. Always going to be your wingman, Mitch. Always going to be your wingman. Shout out to Darcel in the building as well. Appreciate you all. And everyone who's watching it watching it back. Shout out to you. Thank you for watching. Really, really appreciate you. Do me a favor on your way out. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every time that we go live. And remember, we have the API documentation video coming out at noon today, Eastern time. And we're going to be going live tomorrow night. We're going to be working on API automation testing, and we're going to hang out. We're going to hang out like we always do. Let's have some fun. But on that note, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for showing up. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And guess what? We're already in May. It's like April zoomed by. We're in May. We are almost to halfway in the year. It's May 1st. May 1st. Let's get it, folks. Let's get it. In the words of DJ Khaled. All right, DJ Khaled. No soup for you. All right. Anyways, I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. We are out.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts. Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again. Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Spartans! What is your profession?